Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, and like I said, that tonight, which is almost 8 o'clock, that I was gonna post and let you ladies know, let you fellas know how I've been doing. So, first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I have a lot to talk about, but I just want to let you know that me and Cynthia are doing good. You want to see hi to the camera? Just say hi to the mountains. Hi to the meat and the beat and the bound. Boom, ding, bam, 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 bam. See, I'm getting big. I'm getting big like a mountain. In the meat and the mouth. Yeah, so Symphony's doing great. She's getting big. As you can see, she's teething. Looking like your daddy. Looking like a mouth. Looking like my moot. So she's getting big. She's getting huge. She's starting to roll, and she's definitely starting to teeth. So it's been really interesting, should I say? And so yeah, she's getting big. So what has been going on with me? So I have started a part-time job. Well, I wouldn't even say it's part-time. It's more dealing with what is the name of the services? It's a temp agency. And so how was it going back to work without my baby and everything I had to do? Okay, so I took a lot of notes because I had spoken to Zakia, and she's a working mom, and she basically told me what she did when she went back to work, far as bringing her, what did she say? She had a what's those little freezer box? What are those things called? A ice box or whatever like that. So I had went and bought me a cooler. I went and bought me a cooler. I made sure ice was in it. I had to have my pump inside of the bag. And y'all, I was pumping. And I remember texting her and said, how many times am I supposed to pump? Thinking I was only supposed to pump one time. And she was like, I pumped 3 times out of the day. And I was like, oh my gosh. And yes, I had to pump 3 times. Every time I felt I was engorged, I went just to the restroom and I just went ahead and pumped. I had my little, my cooler, and I put my milk inside of the bag, and I put it in a cooler until I got home. The thing that was so hectic was the commute, y'all. I literally had to get up, and this is the craziest thing. I had to get up 5 in the morning. I had to leave out by 5:22, 5:30. And I literally would not get to my sister's house until about 7 o'clock. And then I had to turn all the way around. The crazy part about it was literally the job was 5 minutes away from the house. So, I felt like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe, this is happening. I was just really pissed because her dad is right up the street. I could have just dropped her off to her dad, but again, I'm going to get into the whole whatever as far as me and hubby and her dad or whatever. So anyway, that first commute was just crazy. Also, praise God, I did sell my motorcycle, which I've been trying to sell for a couple of months now, a couple of weeks. And I sold it for half of the price that it was, but it was good timing because there were some things that I needed to get fixed on the vehicle, in which, because I sold the bike, I was able to get some stuff fixed on the car, which made it more safe for us to go to and fro down the highway. So I was really happy about that. I was sad to see the bike go because my Kawasaki literally only had 86 miles on it, but it wasn't like I was going to strap her on it and be riding down the lane or whatever. So anywho, so get out of here, Faith girl. So anywho, what else? Oh, so the second day, the first day I dropped her off, everything was cool, right? And I'm gonna keep it real. The second day, I dropped her off, and then as soon as I fought all of this traffic and 2 hours into headed back, and I finally reached the job, which is literally only 5 minutes away from the house, my sister calls me. Look at you still in your good camera, saying hi to everybody and Merry Christmas. Yeah, so my sister calls me and she's crying. Well, she's not crying, but she's panicking. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, Mona. Oh, she accidentally tripped and fell with Symphony while she was in her house. So, I'm like, you dropped my baby. So she's like, I'm gonna call mom, and then mom's gonna take us to the hospital. And I'm like telling my sister, calm down, just calm down. And I'm like, let me hear it, because I hear Symphony crying. And it frustrated me because I felt like, first of all, I'm working and my baby just fell, and she just fell. I'm just pissed. So I'm like, just thinking I'm just gonna say, forget this job and go back. But I was like, Coco, calm down. I kept telling my sister to shut up, let me hear her voice. So my sister put her on speakerphone, and I could tell Symphony was just more irritated than anything, because she was like, like, I can't believe you just dropped me. Tell my mother to get her tail up here. So I had to tell my sister, I was like, do you have a lollipop? And she was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm like, calm down. Do you have a lollipop? Because, you know, I babysit her, my nephews, which are her babies. I'm like, do you have a lollipop? And she's all panicky, and she finds a lollipop. And I'm like, give Symphony a lollipop. And see what happens. So, of course, my baby first taste of food, come, was a lollipop. Yes, it was. And so, you know, the good thing about, of course, you know, as a mother, I was really mad that my baby had to go through that. You know, I felt bad for my sister, too, because I know she felt bad. But Symphony she was okay. She was fine. But that was her first fall. But she came home. I said, I heard about your boo-boo. She all looking at me like, yeah, and I was able to get a lollipop, too. So, y'all, it was so crazy. My sister, the whole day while I was at work, she kept sending me videos and clippings of Symphony. She kept sending me videos and clippings of Symphony, of her body, of her face. I was like, show me her face, and I'm all looking at her face and everything. So it wasn't like I needed to, I'm trying to see if I can find it. It wasn't like I needed to rush and go back. And so I'm trying to see if I can actually show y'all the clippings. So that was something interesting. You know, that was let me show you this lollipop she had.
She, Aiden, she. Remember, she's a girl. Wow. So what you gonna do with that?
Wow. What? Oh, look, she's grabbing it. She's grabbing it. Somebody's eating it. She's looking at everything.
Yes, so her first taste of food was a lollipop. But anyway, throughout the whole day, my sister was sending me videos and photos of Symphony, which made me feel really good that, you know, she's okay. She was away. And, of course, I examined her and everything. And it was an accident, but that was a scare. What else? I am happy, too, that the job, this is a temp agency, so sometimes they will call me and say, Mona, can you do this job? If it's way out there, I'm like, no, I can't do it. If it's something that's close and I can find a sitter, then I'm like, okay. So it pays the bills, but I'm trying to wait until she gets a little bit older for me to put her around here in a daycare, and probably try to see if I could get like a daycare voucher, because going from one state into another state, y'all, that is just a headache. And I need something that's a little bit closer to home. I trust more of family members to watch over Symphony. So I gotta tip my hats off to the men, the women that sacrifice and go to work hours and hours of long end, because I would feel so bad that, dang, I just got off of work, and as soon as I go pick her up, you know, when we come home and I change her and stuff, we only have a little bit of time to spend, and we're sleeping and we're up again. And so I just felt really bad, like, not only is she's not able to see mommy as much, I mean, it's bad enough she's not able to see her dad, but then now she's not able to see mommy as much either. So my sister was a huge help, a huge help, and everything turned out good. And I had to work this past Saturday, and my cousin, she watched her, which she was like literally right around the corner. So yeah, everything was good. Yeah. So what else has been going on other than that? far as hubby, I've tried to reach out to him. I'm still praying for him. I mean, God has already told me, Mona, he will come home. So I'm believing in that. Everything that I said before is exactly what it was. So thank you, ladies, for your prayers. I'm still praying. I see him I see what he's doing every single second of the day because he Twitters it. And no, I'm not going to give out his Twitter because I can see y'all right now. And if you don't get your tail home, but I don't know what it is, but I'm just believing in God that, that everything will be okay. And that, I'm just praying for his safety and things like that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I've did a bunch of crying. And honestly, it's been what? September, October, November, December. It's been 4 months. It's been 4 months. It has been some times that I tried to reach out to him, but that did not work. And I'm trying not to say too much because I don't want to disrespect him on here. But so far, what I have to do right now is I have to worry about, first of all, I got to continue on praying for my husband. I have to worry about her, this household, and then me. But other than that, things have been going. They've been pretty much good. I just miss him. I really do. I miss him. And no, I'm not going to leave him. Yes, I love him. Nope. I don't care what anybody says. Because like I said, when we took our vows, it's serious. It says through better or worse, sickness or health. And y'all have to understand that, I was dealing with a health issue when I lost 3 of our babies. And he's dealing with a sickness issue right now. But I'm going to tell you something. This type of illness breaks up families. It really does. And if you're not strong into the word, it will drive you up a wall. I got a lot of people like, Mona, because, back-to-back stuff just started coming. But God has always been there. He's been sustaining me. And it's been times where I have bad days where I'm just like, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. And it's other times when I'm like, okay, Mona, you gotta get up. You gotta do what you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do in the meeting, not mouth. You gotta meet in the now. And so I look at Symphony. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm okay, but it is sometimes it just pisses me off about certain things. It really does. It really, really does. So no, hubby has not been back. I have reached out to him because at one point in time, I just said, you know what? I'm going to let my in-laws handle it and sit. But it's been going on too long. So now I've been blowing up his email. He's been blocking me. He's been saying this, saying that. And I'm, some of it's random. And I'm just like, okay. And some of it, whatever. But I'm just going to keep being persistent. He blogged about his persistent wife. But I'm a keep being persistent. I'm going to keep letting him know that I'm praying. And yes, and I'm going to tell you some real stuff. A lot of you women may be going through certain stuff about dealing with your marriage and stuff like that. But you got to keep in mind too, just like the book of power, the power of a praying wife, is that you have authority as a wife. I have authority as my husband, other half, to pray on his behalf and block anything and everything that even try to come in between us. He would become a curse to others if he does not do what he need to do. So yes, Jesus did curse the fig tree. So yeah. So my only thing is this, is that I want him to be safe. And I want him to have a sound mind. And let what God put together, let no man put asunder. So when people try to come in between, it's going to be hard for y'all to get some sleep because of coming in between whatever. Whether it be with a man, woman, friend, whatever it could be. It could even be a computer. For God to take that away, which is not of you. So I've been really praying for him. And yeah, I've been really praying for him. So, a lot of you ladies had some questions, and I'm going to start reading those emails out. Let me see if I can go into my emails. about like TTCing and stuff like that. I did a lot of TTCing vlogs. I think I told y'all last time, I don't know if I said it this time, but one of you ladies had asked Mona, I just dealt with the loss. When did you start trying again? After my first loss, we wanted to start right away. Second loss, right away. Third loss, I was really shaking. And after we got our TAC, we tried 6 months after. Usually, once you have a baby and you do deal with a loss, you have this desire to just have children. And if you're anything getting up there, your biological clock starts to tick. So it just, this desire wouldn't go anywhere, and we wanted to have children. So I would say as soon as you feel better, and of course consult with your doctor and see what your doctor says. But we started right away. So yeah, some of you ladies have been like, Mona, what's been going on with you? It's a lot, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all some real crazy stuff too. Let me tell you what a wife will go through to get to her husband. Y'all, I went inside of a video game that my husband plays. He plays this game called Neverwinter Nights. Kaylee, you know about that game. Y'all, I went in this game and I had to create like this avatar. And so literally, I am a wife looking for my husband, who is a very powerful man, but is being controlled by power. I am looking for him because he has left his wife and his new baby. Now, this is an actual character in the game. Y'all, I'm all in there role playing with people, and they seem to think I'm gaming. I'm really trying to figure out who he is in the game, because I know he's playing the game. And let me tell you why I know he's playing the game. Because I saw something where he was trying, I don't even want to put it out there because I don't know who could be looking. But bottom line, I know he's playing that video game name. I know he is. I know he is. And I think I did come across him in this video game. Because I remember he was asking me before, babe, can I just play this game and evangelize in the game? And I was like, heck to the no. Because I thought that game was really becoming a huge influence on him. And come to find out, it wasn't the game. It was other things. But anyway, so I'm playing this game, right? And I decide to, instead of sitting at the campfire like I was and interacting with other people, I decided to go in the woods, in the game. And guess what happened, y'all? I got killed by a bunch of skeletons in the daggone game. I mean, they just murked me out of nowhere. It's just like 5 of them jumped me. And of course, I'm laying there dead. And my soul or body or whatever you want to call it in the game goes to this thing that looks like hell. And so the thing, this huge creature is like, your time is too soon. You can either lay above like you're dead and somebody can revive me, or I could be revived again, but I lose like 200 points. You know I'm pissed. You know I'm over here in real life like, what am I doing? We got a new baby. I got this whole household I'm dealing with, and I'm sitting up in here trying to chase my husband in the game, and I just get mauled by a bunch of bones. Yes. So again, the game that I was playing was Neverwinter Nights, and y'all, I went on this game. First of all, I had to retrieve my password. I'm doing some hacker type stuff just to try to get to my own husband, because I know he's playing that game. But right now, what I do know is that he's been twittering it out like crazy. And that, he's been posting pictures and everything like that. I just miss him. I really, 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 really miss my friend. I really do. And I really pray for him. And I'm just praying for our marriage. And I'm just, I just really miss him. I really do. But far as motherhood has been going on, yeah, y'all, I went into a video game. And it's called Neverwinter Nights. Y'all got to understand, you got to go through a lot just to put it on your computer. So I went through a lot just to get on there. And I'm up here. And y'all, the crazy part about it was, I'm going to tell y'all something. This was in the game. And I was telling Kaylee about this. I'm going across you got to watch out when you're playing the game. Because you may meet people in the game. And I remember Matt telling me this years ago. That you got to watch out. Because you don't know if they're witches. And certain things will try to make you become their slave in the game. And you can't do anything but fulfill it. So you got to watch out who you take certain things from. So look, peep this out. I'm all walking and I came across these 2 people. It was these 2 ladies. Well, it was really one lady. She was building a fire. The other lady, she comes out of nowhere and she disappears. But you can see her talking. So I'm like, this chick got powers to disappear. So I asked the lady, look, I'm looking for a newcomer that came here like 4 weeks ago. And the thing about it is that my husband in real life actually logged on the game 4 weeks ago back in November. So I'm really role playing, but I'm really playing. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? I'm just telling y'all, okay? So anyway, the chick that disappeared, she comes out of nowhere too, like, who you looking for? And I'm like, I'm looking for a floater, a newcomer. He came here like 4 weeks ago. And she's like, oh yeah, I know who he is. And I'm like whatever. And I'm like, you do? And she's like, yeah, if you sign this contract right here. And I'm like, look, I ain't got time for these games. And she's like, well, get the hell away from me. And I'm like, fine then. Like, I'm not about to talk smack to these people in these games, because these people got like power in these games, y'all. So anyway, I go and I walk to the little campfire site, and I'm sitting there and I'm just role playing, talking about where is he at, because I'm really literally trying to see, because I know how he role plays, like the certain words that he used and everything in the game. So anywho, I hear all of this commotion that's down by the little road. Keep in mind, this is a game, right? But it's like a little dirt road. And I hear the same lady that was disappearing on people, like she had a power to disappear. She's with the other girl, the one that was doing the campfire, and then there's these 3 guys that's walking on the path. And she's like, get the hell away from me. I mean, she's cursing at the people and everything. And I'm all like, listens to the commotion. Y'all, I lie to you not. One of the guys turned into some huge octopus type of creature. She blasted the hell out of him like she did. This chick has some type of power. She killed him. And the guy said, oh, man, look what you done did now. And I'm like, oh, snap. I'm just looking. And the other guy walks up to me and was like, you may need to move back for this. So I moved over. I'm sitting on the bench, right? I know y'all like, Mona, if y'all just tuning into this, y'all, I'm in the game trying to get to my husband, but I'm seeing some crazy stuff go down. So anyway, so did you boo-boo? So anyway, he tells me to move back. So y'all, remember, I'm still role playing about a woman looking for her husband. So why the other guy, they dragging his corpse, right? The guy that the lady just murdered and killed or whatever. And she was like, well, his ass shouldn't talk shit next. She was like, he shouldn't talk smack next time or whatever, right? Y'all, so they bring the corpse over, and I was all like this. I looked at the corpse and I was like, I hope that wasn't my husband. Y'all, I was like, what the heck is this? This is in a game, okay? So I had to give the game a little break because I think my system updated, and now it's something for me trying to get back on this game. But anywho, wait a minute to the baby. Wait a minute right now. So anyway, so like I said, the last thing that happened to me in the game, I went in a graveyard thinking I can go past there to gain more experience, and I got mauled by a bunch of bones. And I don't like scary games, but I just went up in there trying to see if I can get to him. But I could pretty much tell you that I did see, and I know that was him in the game. Because, you know, I was trying to look at the certain ways that he played, and I realized it was him because he kept giving everybody a blessing in the game, like a putting like a bubble or a shield, a protection shield around them. And I know it was him, but it didn't dawn on me till later on that it was him. So anywho, that's pretty much been going on. So I went in the video game looking for him. I emailed him. I'm reading his blogs. I'm paying close attention to his wording. Still sending him things. I told y'all last time I sent him flowers and all of this other stuff. I did try to pop up to go see him. He called the police on me. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, y'all. So I've been basically focused trying to just maintain the bills and everything like that. But I'm going to tell you something else too. Y'all, I've been doing good. My bill for the month of November into December, my electricity bill, y'all, was 50 pounds. I learned how to really master, how to really, make sure that my electricity and everything is ran pretty good. And even my gas bill, like everything has been good. Also, too, I decided to cut back on certain stuff. Like, for instance, bless you. Both of us had the same phones, the iPhone 5s, but the contract was up on the 16th. So I'm not going to renew that, which brings my bill, which brings my bill down from $60 from $150 down to $60 because I cut the other phone off or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm starting to save more. So God's hand is still, and you know, throughout the whole time too, when you get money, you got to tithe. So that's something I've definitely been doing and everything. What else? You know, so I've been missing my husband. And I'm not going to sit up here and say, y'all, it's easy, it's all fairy tale and gumdrops. No, some days I really just feel like my flesh, I want to go over there and just kick him underneath the chair that he's sitting on and drag him to whatever. But that's my fleshly ways. That's not God's way. And I love him, and I know he's dealing with something right now. And I'm not going to sit here, like I said, I've dealt with my issues and my husband, he stuck beside me when I didn't carry the full term, but he's always said really sweet, promising, and encouraging words, and therefore, I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm not, you know. I think now, as far as me and my in-laws, like, we're on the same accord and just trying to get everything back in order. But it's just something. Life is just something. You just never know what deck is going to be given to you. You just never know. So, God answers prayers. I've been asking God to just give me dreams, insight, so that I can give me wisdom, guidance, you know, and to become a better mama. To the baby, then the babies and the babies and mom, meeting, not meeting the move. So, you know, I've just been doing it. I'm going to tell you something else, too. The right side of my body is strong because I've been holding that daggone car seat up. It's been hitting the side of my legs. But, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. And sometimes I find myself when I go shopping, I make sure, you know, to get Symphony something, myself something, and even her dad something, too, because that's my husband, you know. I don't see myself with anybody else. I'm not going with anyone else. And that's it. And that's all. I take my vows very seriously. I love him. I'm going to always love him. I'm just praying that it doesn't go into a year where he does not come back home. Because right now he's in limbo pretty much. But I can't even say because he's quoting scriptures out there and doing random things. And like I said, at least if I wanted to see what he's doing, hold on, I can tell you what he's doing. You know, God even gave me insight when I felt like, I don't even know what he's doing. God showed me, Mona, this is what he's doing. And the way I found his website or whatever, I remember taking a picture of something. And I decided to Google it, and there he was. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm looking at all of this stuff. And it was times that I tried to reach out to him and was like, baby, I love you. And then he'll hurry up and block me. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And then I'll make a new account. And then, you know, me and him were going back and forth. And then he realized, I don't even know, y'all. It's so freaking crazy. It is. I'm just praying that the spirit of conviction or just to give him a sound mind would just come over him, really. And for him not to be, he used to tell me not to be embarrassed about anything, that this is our story. And maybe I kind of feel like maybe the reason why he has not come around is because he's a little embarrassed, because this is just not his behavior. And sometimes some people feel like they want to run away and recreate and redo things all over again. But that's just not how life is. But other than that, y'all, I have my days when I'm crying, I'm pissed. But then you know what you got to do? You got to put your big girl drawers on, them big girl drawers. You got to put that on. You got to get down on them knees, and you have to say, okay, Lord, I'm trusting you. Now, before, I didn't know what I was going to do, and now I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm believing in God, because the Lord told me, Mona, he'll be back. And I'm just like, but Lord, I just don't see. But Lord, look at this. Oh, he's just doing random things. And it hurts me. And then it's just like, when you're manic, those type of things happen. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, this video is getting a little bit tad too long. But I just wanted to let you ladies know that I'm going to try to come back again tonight with another video. But when you looking at the video, when you looking at the moot, looking at Tiffany's teething. Oh, you can't get to that tooth? You can't get to that moot? Yeah, you can't get... Yeah, you trying to get to that tooth. That thing that's coming out. No. Okay, y'all. So until then, I'll upload another thing of what's going on. All right. So I'm gonna upload something else tonight because I do feel like talking. Get out of there now. Get out of there.